Hey everyone! I am John and I am here. And today, something a little funky is going on with the Nintendo Switch Online. So NCL, being Nintendo's Japanese presence, because they're Japanese, so it's weird when people say Nintendo of Japan, because they are Japan. It's NCL. This isn't what the video is about. Anyway, NCL tweeted recently saying, on March 28th, a Friday, at 10 AM in Japanese local time, a game is leaving Super Nintendo, Nintendo Switch Online, and it is this game right here, Super Soccer, which is published by Spike Chunsoft, who are in the Kadokawa family, so that might have something to do with it. Let's not even focus on Super Soccer right now. Let's focus on the precedent that this sets. So, Wii and Wii U Virtual Console were not immune to delistings. Do you remember when Donkey Kong Country 1, 2, and 3 were delisted from the Wii for like 3 years? They came back, but there was like a 3-year lull where they just took those away. We never really knew why. We just imagined that Rare and Nintendo had a disagreement about something, or Microsoft and Nintendo. And they came back eventually, but yeah, there was a period where those games were just gone. And we had 21 games in total that were just permanently delisted. They didn't come back. I guess everything got delisted in the end, but like during its lifespan, 21 games got delisted, and over on the Wii U, 7 games got delisted. So this is something that just happens. Licenses expire, agreements change. It is the flowing course of preserving a game. Sometimes a studio decides they'd rather just sell it themselves. They might take it off Virtual Console or NSO, or maybe just they'd rather not have it at all for some reason. Maybe their parent company says, don't do that no more. That could be what's happening. But what this means that's different to the past, though, is when Donkey Kong Country was delisted for 3 years, you could still play it. Like, if you bought that game, if it was on your console, you could still play it. But NSO is more like Netflix. So if a movie or a TV show leaves Netflix, it doesn't matter if you're halfway through that series, it's gone. It's gone now. And I have been worried about this ever since GoldenEye got added. Because that's a messy license. You're dealing with Xbox, you're dealing with the studio owners of Bond, which I suppose is Amazon now. And so I've always looked at GoldenEye as something with an expiration date. That game almost certainly will not be on NSO forever. And what's worrying about that is there's also no physical Xbox version. It's part of Rare Replay, kind of, but it's a download. So if that license, if Amazon ever say, we don't want you to give away GoldenEye anymore, there'd be no way to re-download that. At least on Xbox you can use your already downloaded game that can go on to the future. NSO would just be gone. But any means of obtaining that for the future would just be gone on both platforms. But obviously, losing it on a subscription service is worse than losing it in something that you can store on your hard drive. But this has just been something that I've felt will be approaching. Thankfully for Nintendo, a lot of the stuff on NSO is first party, so that stuff isn't going anywhere. But there is a pretty healthy amount of third-party games. On Game Boy Advance and N64 on Game Boy, Game Boy has a weird license title. Let me find it a second. Yeah, Warner Brothers Quest for Camelot. What are we gonna do if one day Warner Brothers just says, we don't want to give away Quest for Camelot on Game Boy anymore? So I mean, I imagine Nintendo with all these deals, they say like, we'll have this game on the service for 5 years and then will extend the contract after that, and maybe there comes a time where they just don't extend that contract. It's very much Game Pass, right? For that, Microsoft and the studio developer, the publisher, make a deal, and that's how long the game is on there for. I imagine that's the same here. Maybe in their contract they say for as long as NSO shall live for some games, but others maybe only get a couple of years. And I guess Super Soccer was one of those. Let's just see, when was Super Soccer added to the service? Oh, so this was added when the Super Nintendo Online app launched, September 5th, 2019, 6 years ago. There were other third-party games. There's Brawl Brothers, Breath of Fire, Demon's Crest, Joe and Mag 2, Smash Tennis, Puyo Puyo 2, but this is the first one to go of any of the apps, which a little bit worrying about the future. I don't imagine that we're going to start seeing a whole truck of games being removed. This could just be a Kadokawa thing. It could be that they're saying, no more giving away Super Soccer. That's valuable IP to us. It could be that. We don't know exactly, but a little concerning for especially licensed games in the future of NSO. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. And be sure to call your mother and let her know that you're doing alright.